こんにちは、コネです。今日はイギリス最大の日本祭り、ジャパン祭りに行きます。日本料理や音楽を楽しんだり、日本について学んだりするために多くの人がやってきます。さあ、皆さんの感想を聞いてみましょう。Hey guys, so where are you from?
Lithuania.
And I'm from France.
I'm from Northamptonshire, so a little couple hours north from here, but I do live in London currently.
I'm from Reading originally, but I'm now based up in London, so like northwest towards Wembley.
Kent. Yeah.
From London.
Well, I'm from here, from London.
Well, I'm from Bulgaria, but I live in Corby.
Venezuela.
From the UK, from London. Yeah, London.
Romania.
I'm from Lewisham, South East London. I'm from London.
Ashford. We're currently on a date, actually. Yeah.
We just wanted to come here and see the live entertainment, try out some food, and just really have a nose around and see what's going on.
He invited me to come along, so...
I like Japan culture, all that stuff, yeah.
And for me, he actually invited me because I needed to get out, so...
Well, we're both really big fans of Japanese culture. Yeah. We just wanted to experience, the shows, seeing the traditional music, and also the cosplay show as well. I mean, we're both fans of anime and manga, and we want to enjoy the food.
Have you been to Japan before?
You have?
Yeah, I have.
Where did you go?
Well, I've traveled quite a bit around, so I've been to Niigata, down to Hiroshima, Akita, obviously Kyoto, Osaka, Tokyo, Matsumoto, Nagano.
We both went to trips to Japan this year, and we were just missing a bit of the food and the cultures, and so I thought, why not come along, see some of the same attractions?
Yeah, same. Like, it's quite cool to see all the performances and stuff, so thought we'd check it out.
I like Japanese culture in Japan.
Have you been to Japan before?
Yeah, actually, I was there recently.
Where did you go in Japan?
I visited many places. I went to Tokyo, Nagoya, Nara.
Can you speak any Japanese?
Yeah, I speak a little Japanese.
I've been here about 5 years ago when I was 16. It's really nice when I went there last time, so I decided I should try and give it a go again. Mainly because it was the pandemic and obviously it got cancelled and I was really let down by it. But now it's going on, so I'm quite happy that it's happening.
Are you interested in Japan?
Primarily through anime, yeah. The culture itself is really interesting as well.
What's your favorite anime?
At the moment, I'm reading a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a really good series at the moment, but I'm also following JoJo quite a lot as well. JoJo's a really good classic as well.
Which chapter of JoJo is the best?
That's a really tough question. I think 7. 7 has to be hands down best plot in the entire show.
Well, we're actually going to Japan later this year, so we thought we'd get inspired, ready to head out there, see what's going on. There's lots of tourist information and stuff, so it's quite handy. But also, I really love the food, so...
So where were you planning to go in Japan?
We're doing Osaka and Tokyo, but also some other stuff in between, we're going to do a yuzu-themed ryokan in Kyoto, so I'm looking forward to that.
I'm a big fan of Japan. I love Japanese music, which is a big element there, but travelling Japan, the food and the culture as well, so good to see some traditional stuff.
Have you been to Japan before?
About 28 times so far. So, yeah, many times.
Well, interested in the culture, enjoy Japanese cuisine. I thought it was a good opportunity with the food stalls to get to eat some, tasty food.
Do you know any Japanese? Can you speak Japanese?
Unfortunately not. No.
Difficult language.
Yeah, very, very difficult, very difficult. I can probably read bits and pieces of kanji because I speak Mandarin fluently, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah. But no Japanese.
Okay. What is your favorite Japanese food?
Ramen.
For me, it would be sushi.
Probably okonomiyaki.
Yeah, either that or ramen.
Japanese food, I'm going to have to say takoyaki.
Takoyaki?
Yeah, takoyaki, yeah. I actually had some yesterday where I'm currently living. There was a small stall, so we got some there, and yeah, it's really tasty.
Sushi for me.
Sushi, yeah.
Mine is probably tempura.
Mine's probably sushi.
Maybe ramen.
Yakisoba, probably. Yakisoba's really, really nice. It's just like a really warming food. So yeah, it's like a comfort food.
Sushi probably still in the end, yeah. I really like omurice.
I think my favourite overall thing is probably yuzu, actually. I really love that flavour, yeah, so it's really nice. I'm trying to grow some myself, but it's not going very well, so...
Tori kariage.
What are you drinking?
Nihonshu, Junmai Daijingo Sake.
Nice. Ooh, my favorite Japanese food. I feel like it's very stereotypical, but ramen, like it feels so... There's something about foods that have broths that are so soul-warming and sort of, so Moorish and hearty.
Favorite British foods? Ooh, that's a tough one. I like English breakfast. Eggs, sausages, all that, my favorite. Mind blank. I'd say chicken tikka. Chicken tikka, that's not British.
What is British food? Yeah. Fish and chips isn't British, it's from Portugal, so...
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
A lot of British food is like taken from so many other cultures.
Oh, British food. I mean, it's not great, but I think probably Sunday roast.
That's mine, Sunday roast. I had one yesterday, it was Saturday, but it's fine.
My favourite British food, I would say fish pie.
Fish pie, okay.
Yeah.
Fish and chips, I guess.
There's none. There's no good British food. I can't even answer that question.
Yeah. Pies are nice.
Listen, if anyone's watching, we don't have British food.
It's true.
But yeah, I'd say an English breakfast is quite good. I'd say it's all right, I guess.
Oh, British. British food. McDonald's.
McDonald's isn't really British, right? But
I don't even know. Like English breakfast, maybe. Yeah.
I would say the same, English breakfast, yeah.
Favorite? I guess it will have to be fish and chips.
Oh, that's tricky. I'm really into desserts, to be honest. So like chocolate, ice cream, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. But to mix it up a bit, chuck a bit of yuzu in there.
Oh, that's a tough one. Can we go back to Japanese foods? Roast dinner, roast chicken, good roast, fluffy, crispy roast potatoes, kari kari fufu. Yeah.
Ooh, my favorite British food. See, I feel like Britain's such a cultural melting pot that we have so many different cultures. Probably curries. The beauty of British cuisine is that you have so many different cultures come to the country and then they develop cuisine that is distinctly a British form of that cuisine. Like they adapt the food and it evolves.
where's your recommended place in London?
Recommended place? Ooh, I would say Max's Sandwich Shop on Crouch Hill. It's got the best sandwich I've ever had in my life. It's really good.
There's a place called Taro in Soho, which is like one of my favorite bento places for like bento box for like Japanese food.
Recommended place in London, I really like the Toucan in Soho. It does a really, really nice pint of Guinness in there.
If it's for food, there's a place in Ealing called Park's Kitchen. It's a South Korean place.
Probably the Piccadilly area, because there's like Japan Centre nearby, and there's like lots of good restaurants as well, and it's quite close to Chinatown.
In terms of London, I think Soho is just a really nice place to just like food, vibes, everything's quite nice. Any other places? I think Chinatown is like kind of like a standard place, right? I think Chinatown and Soho are just really good overall.
I like Soho. Yeah, it's cool place. Lots of things to see there, lots of things to do.
Maybe like the South Bank's quite a nice area to hang out. There's usually like maybe a sunny evening, quite a nice place by the river there. Get a drink, have some food.
I guess I still like Shoreditch, or like music's what I like, but so many venues have closed down. But yeah, Shoreditch Way, maybe Water Rats King's Cross is good to go to.
I feel like Leicester Square has so many different areas around it. So you've got Chinatown, you've got Trafalgar Square, so you've got the National Gallery. If you're interested in arts, Leicester Square, Russell Square, sort of central is the place to be.
The best accent. My favourite is probably the Northern accent. Northern England, Newcastle, Geordie accent. I think it's really, really fun, lovely accent.
Liverpool as well?
No, don't like the Liverpool accent, no.
Yeah, probably like Yorkshire maybe, yeah.
Maybe they're like Scottish.
Yeah.
For me, I would say Welsh.
I really like Liverpudlian, or the Liverpool accent. Yeah, that's really cool.
Because it's fairly close to home, I'd say the Welsh accent.
Probably just a standard London accent. I think like the more north you go, the more it kind of gets harder and harder to follow. Even myself, as someone that isn't properly from England, right? The only accent that I really got used to was the London accent.
Wow. I like Scottish accent. Yeah.
Liverpudlian.
In the UK, I feel like it's got to be either Irish or Scottish, right? Like that. Yeah. Those two, I think, are the most distinct, and I feel like there's a lot of character to them.
Many Japanese people have the idea that British people are very polite. Is it true?
It can vary. It depends on where you go. Sometimes people can be polite, sometimes people can be really rude. So, I'd say it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, it definitely depends, but definitely not as polite as people think, I would say. And I find that most British people are quite open and frank, and they're not shy to express their feelings, basically.
In London, I'd say maybe less so, but the further you go north, they're a lot more polite.
I hope so. I don't think we're polite as Japanese people, but yeah, I think we're pretty polite. Yeah.
I think when people approach us, we are very polite, but we can come across as not quite approachable, but we are.
I think we are very polite. I don't know if we're as polite as the Japanese, but I think we're pretty close. Next ones up, maybe overall.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Probably not as polite as Japanese people, but not impolite either, I guess.
I'd say there's that part of Britain that is quite polite. I think some people obviously have their bad days and they can't really hide it very well. Yeah, so I mean, comparing it to like Japanese culture and how like polite they are, I wouldn't say they're on the same level as Japan. There are people that are very polite and kind, and they're really like heartwarming, and they can be very nice to you. But some people just kind of don't tend to be as nice. But I mean, that shouldn't stop anyone from coming here. I think like as long as you're, showing the fact that you're interested in like the place and like willing to learn the place as well, I think it's quite nice.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I would say maybe that's one thing they share in common. They're very, very polite.
Well, I think the feeling's mutual. I've always found Japanese people to be almost scarily polite, like super, like make me feel unpolite. And I try and be polite, but I think I think there's a mixture. Like there's definitely a lot of politeness in Britain, but I think there is a bit of a difference. I think there's more politeness in Japan personally, but I guess a Japanese person might say otherwise.
I guess less so than expected. Relatively, against certain countries, yes, but in the workplace, I think there's that point in time where we're a bit more relaxed than Japanese and a bit more honest, and not always in a good way, but yeah.
I think that we've done a great job with media of managing to portray ourselves as really polite, like well-mannered people, but I think the truth is that it's not always that way, right? I think there's always a little bit of a culture shock when people come here and they're like, hold on, what? This isn't what I've seen in films.
Yeah, lots of Japanese say like British men are gentlemen, British women are ladies, but I think when they come here, they find it's completely different.
Whoa.